Now let me take a few ticks, if I may, to mansplain Boss Bitch and why I want nothing to do with it. I mean, I have worked for a few boss bitches. They were down for the coin, out for the riches. Not only did I work for them, I worked with them too. So I know a bit about what they did and what they do. I mean, I was the one that she barked orders to, get it? She's a boss, so she gave orders. She's a dog, so she barked. Boss bitch. Like I said, I was the one she barked orders to. The right-hand man, the one that she gave everything to do. Boss bitch. Now let's take a look at the word boss of the sitch. See, sitch is a situation, and it is truly a situation if it is a boss bitch that you will soon be facing. A boss, yeah, they will give you things to do. They are there to direct you. They help you with your strengths. Try to help you be a better person or a worker, trying to curse you, ensure your time is well spent. All without making you feel inferior. Especially not outwardly. Maybe inside your interior, in your heart and soul, feeling like you don't fit inside the mold because you worked with them, compared yourself to them, and in that comparison, your self-esteem is ruined. And you're feeling like you're not the prize they deserve. That is why a boss has to work with you, evaluate you on a curve. A boss evaluates you, learn what you can do, and uses themselves to compare you to. And using this knowledge as the base, they can then chase away the things you don't need, go into your garden and pluck out the weeds, not mow them down and destroy your whole garden in the process, and leave you with a mess. That is not the situation they should be creating. Living a life where you wake up dreading today's Armageddon. Instead of having you hate it, they should have you prepared to face it. Because you know for a fact your boss has your back. You see how this whole confrontation lacks the word bitch? A boss teaches you bossing, shows you what bossing is. They don't have to tell you that they are it. See, a bitch though is just that. They create chaos. They may be the boss, but who wants to work for a bitch? That's the one you can't come to with ideas or questions. The one who doesn't know how to teach lessons. You know, the one who selflessly gives and gives and gives instructions, but seems not to know how to take nothing. But your dignity, but your sanity, but your willingness to work hard. This bitch is not the one in the traditional sense, meaning female dog. You know, the one that runs around giving strains to every dog in the yard. That is not what this bitch is. This is the bitch that both men and women designated as such, because she didn't give not one, not two, better yet no fucks when it came to you or your feelings. Your dealings with this bitch was on her terms, and those terms you rarely, if ever, knew. And she was firm about that too. See, she got the term bitch because she wasn't having it from you. Now, some of them were nice too. Those were the nice bitches who had set a standard and you just didn't fit the mold. They got their name, usually from people, guys, they didn't know. You know, the guys that hit you up with a line like, "Hey, shawty, let me holler at you." See, she ignored you so she would catch a bitch, because he was all but guaranteed to throw it at her. It didn't matter because to you, she was one, but not to everyone else. See, to everyone else, she was cool as that glass of milk on the top shelf of the fridge about to be drank with them cookies. She was welcome. That bitch wasn't really a bitch. She was just someone who was taunted, someone to give that name to when a thing or two didn't go the way that they wanted. Now, usher in the age of the boss bitch. She calls herself that. It isn't a title, it isn't a role that is played, a role that now has delayed her growth. She used to be very well respected, a force to deal with. See, she was a boss who wasn't really a bitch. She was the one who said, "You don't like that? Okay, well, I got your back." And she had it, she meant it, and you can bank on that. I mean, I'm not saying she didn't get things done ruthlessly, but between you and me, she was who people wanted to be. You know, like Beth from Yellowstone? Oh yeah, she sounds good. We smile when we see her because she is understood to be a bitch, not a boss. But even with being the ultimate bitch boss, she had a man. And with that man, she is soft. There is no need for a boss to tell you all day, every day, she is the boss. Now, if you have to tell yourself that, that is one thing, I get it. No love lost. But if you find yourself repeating it to others, maybe you aren't bossing correctly. And then to feel the need to add bitch to it as if it is a positive, that vexes me. But now that I think about it though, today's woman seems to enjoy the labels that were seen as a negative. As if that way is the way to live. I mean, now we hear it all the time. Bad bitch, bitch bitch, boss bitch. As if being just a boss isn't enough. It's soft. But there is one thing I have seen from these things, is that boss bitches tend to bitch about being the boss. And you can take this sonnet any way you want it. This is me, mansplaining. Boss bitch.